Welcome back everyone. My name is Dr. Nandini Ramchandar. I am a physiotherapist and a yoga teacher. Our today's topic of discussion is the cross-leg sitting posture or Sukhasana. This is a very common practice among Asians. We use this when we are sitting down to eat or maybe squatting down or offering our prayers or while meditating in our yoga practices. Again, it's one of those postures that children automatically adapt to when they are starting to crawl or move around. But with our sedentary lifestyle and moreover sitting on the chairs, our muscles around the hips and groins become tight and stiff, leading to reduced range of motion that makes it very difficult to sit in a cross-leg position if we are asked to do so. So today I'll be showing you some practices, some basic stretches that you can do at home on a regular basis to maybe sit comfortably in the cross-leg position or Sukhasana. There has been a constant debate on how cross-leg sitting postures are harmful and how they can cause knee pain. But let's understand a simple concept. If you are someone who has been practicing this posture on a day-to-day basis, like squatting down in an Indian toilet or maybe sitting cross-legged for your meals, then you are not going to have any knee pain because of the posture. But at the same time, if you use improper techniques to force yourself into the posture, then you're straining your ligaments and the muscles around the joint, thereby causing knee pain. But let's also focus on this point where you need to avoid this posture if you have any underlying knee, hip or back pain or arthritis of the knees and the hips. Let's quickly focus on all the benefits that this practice has to offer. The first one being that this practice aids in digestion. So every time you sit down for your meals, this practice compresses your abdominal region, compresses your gastric organs, thereby increasing the blood circulation and improving your digestion capacity. The second one is that it improves the flexibility of all the muscles around your hips and the groin. Third is that it increases the mobility of your joints as you stand up and sit down into the posture. Fourth, it also strengthens your back muscles and not only improves your posture but also tones your core muscles. And the last one is that it relaxes your mind completely. So as you are into this posture, it makes you feel grounded and lets you pay a lot of attention towards your body, towards each joint and muscle of your body. So let's understand how to sit in a cross-legged position. So if you're someone who sits on chairs regularly and is not used to sitting down, or you have stiff hips and groin muscles, then this practice is for you. So you take a pillow and place it under your buttocks. So you sit on the edge of the pillow so that your lower back and hips are raised up and your knees are slightly below the level of the hips. If you are still uncomfortable in this position, if your knees are in this position and you feel uncomfortable, you take two pillows, placing one under the right knee and one under the left knee. And now sit comfortably, putting all the pressure on the pillows so that your hips and your thigh muscles are completely relaxed. This posture will not only make you feel a little more confident but also will help you to open up your hip joint. Truthfully, any practice or any asana that helps you to bend a little more, to push your hips back and push your knees out is going to improve your flexibility and thereby help you to open your hip muscles. Surya Namaskar being the first important practice that you should be doing on a regular basis to improve your flexibility and strength. The first practice that we'll be seeing today is Baddha Konasana or the butterfly pose. For that, straightening out both the legs in front of you, you bend the knees and turn the knees out so that you bring the soles of the feet together. In this posture, if you feel that your knees are propped up or you're slouching down, again you will require your pillows. Let's take one pillow, placing it under the right knee, and again the other one goes under the left leg. Pushing your knees completely, resting it on the pillows. Let's push the lower back forward so you're maintaining a good posture. and relaxing your hip muscles. This practice on a regular basis will help you to open your hips and thereby increase the flexibility of your joints and help you to sit in the cross-leg position. Our next practice is going to be Vakrasana. So for that, again you require your pillow. Sit on the pillow, straightening both the legs out. You will bend the right leg, cross it over to the left side. Pushing your knee in, you hug the right leg with the left hand. Right hand goes back on the mat and you twist. So you should be feeling a good stretch on the side of your hips. Hold this position for about 5 to 10 counts as you continue normal breathing. To release, let's slowly release the twist, bringing the right leg to the right side, straightening the knee out. You repeat the same practice on the other side. Our next practice is going to be Kapotasana. So for that, you first come on all fours, extend your legs back, taking the right leg forward, turn the knee out, relaxing your left leg toes. You take the pillow, placing it under your right hip. Shift your weight back as you rest your hip on the pillow. If this is difficult, you can come on your fingertips as you maintain an erect spine. A very good practice to open your hips. To release, again, you come on your palms. Remove the pillow from under your hip. Slowly coming on your left knee. You extend the legs back and slowly release the posture. Our next practice is going to be Utkatta Konasana or our wide squat position. So for that, you take around 2 to 3 feet distance between your legs, turning both your feet out, raising your hands up to shoulder level. Let's push the hips back, push the knees out and squat down. As you bend the elbows, this becomes your final posture. Again, hold this position for about 5 to 10 breaths as you continue normal breathing, maintaining an erect spine and a good posture. To release, you slowly release the knee bend, straightening your elbows. Turn your feet in and relax. In our modern lifestyle, we are so used to sitting on chairs or sofas or even having our meals on the dining tables. We have almost discontinued the practice of sitting down in a cross-leg position to have our meals. And it becomes all the more difficult to going back to a practice that we have given up. So let's adapt to Sukhasana and keep it easy.